Leapmotor, ditta Ċiniża li qed tagħmel avvanzi kbar fl-Ewropa. Fil-fatt, f'dawn il-ftit snin li topera diġà biegħu miljun vettura u fl-aħħar 3 snin żiedu l-bejħ tagħhom b'100% sena fuq sena. Miegħi għandi Julian Fittpaldi li apparti affarijiet oħra huwa responsabbli għall-espansjoni u dealership network ġewwa l-Ewropa. U miegħu ħanaqsmu ftit ħsibijiet. Julian, welcome to the program, first of all. Leapmotor, can you give me a bit of background about the brand?
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for inviting me to your program. It's a pleasure to be part of this introduction of Leapmotor in Europe, and I am very, very happy to give you some indications about what Leapmotor is and where we are going. I mean, Leapmotor is a startup that was born in 2015, okay, just 10 years ago, and it is doing extraordinary results in China, double of the volumes in the last 3 years, and is the first startup for BEV vehicles in the ranking of performance in China. With the joint venture with Stellantis, we are enlarging the brand and globalizing the brand to cover all markets around the world. The results we are achieving so far are very promising, and the brand will close this year with 600,000 vehicles in the world.
Delivered to the customers.
Yeah. The total deliveries are 1 million cars, as you said in the beginning.
So that's quite impressive.
It is incredibly impressive, yes.
What struck me is that you describe yourself as the most European of Chinese brands.
And this is true.
Why do you say that?
Well, this is true because every of our vehicles, okay, it is modified to be adapted and to respect the European needs.
Because they are quite distinct from the requirements of Chinese customers.
Completely different. This vehicle that already exists in China has settings for China that are completely different than the one we reach with our engineer here in Europe to adapt it to European consumers. So this, and that's why some journalists are calling this the most European Chinese car in the market.
In your corporate vision, you have made a brand promise. What is that?
Oh, thank you. It's an excellent question because our prime brand promise is excellence within reach, based on 3 pillars, okay? Accessibility for all, life easy technology, and peace of mind. Accessibility for all, this means putting all the technology we reach in China on BEV customers affordable for every customer. Life easy technology is making the innovative solutions and the technology hearing our customer needs, okay? Not coming from the developments and putting all the technology we have available because engineers want to put whatever...
Push whatever they have in the house.
No, this is not our way. Our way is hearing the customers, understanding their needs and adapting them. And we are doing it because these vehicles can be adapted over the air. So we have done many changes already in our range, on our T03, in our C10, that is our CSUV car, and we will adapt B10 in the future if it's needed to follow and to give the customers what they will ask us. So we are hearing the customers.
Even needing to go to the dealership. Just like a mobile phone, the update arrives on air and installs.
Absolutely. Every customer can up and download and do the over-the-air updates of their cars when these over-the-air updates are going to be available.
Possibly one advantage of being the size you are is being able to react much faster. There are examples where journalists and dealerships gave you feedback and you actually implemented changes to the cars in a relatively short time.
Totally. But it's not a consequence of our dimension, it's a consequence of having more than 60% of the components of these cars in-house. We produce we engineerize and we are the owners of 60% of the components of these cars. And this gives us the flexibility to change,
and total control.
And have the control, okay? And not have to call many suppliers to make a change. So here we have everything in-house, and this makes the thing much more easier.
Let's talk a bit about the lineup, the cars you've introduced so far.
We launched it last year, okay, outside Europe, with a A-segment city urban car, our T03, okay, in a segment where all legacy OEMs are not
pulling
offering.
out, actually. It's become very
because they are going. The A segment it's growing.
Not profitable, basically.
Because for them it's not profitable. And we introduced there our T03. That is a very urban and smart mobility car with all the features that we can have in a higher segment car at an affordable price in the A segment, and is giving extraordinary results in Malta. Was the record sales in the last quarter 2024 in Malta, for example. After the T03, we launched the C10, that is a D SUV that was introduced at the same time in last year, and recently we introduced the REV version of the C10. That is an electrical vehicle with 1,100 autonomy, because we have a thermical engine that charges the battery. A solution that we are the unique manufacturers we are offering in Europe.
In fact, it's proving to be an excellent transition between those who have never had an electric vehicle before because of range anxiety, and now they've got a solution. They've got an electric vehicle, but with an onboard charger that can extend the range.
Absolutely. That is the specific mission of the range extender technology that will arrive also on B10 in the quarter 2 2026. Right. So in less than 6 months we will have this technology on this car.
So you're pointing at the B10.
Yes, I am
pointing. Offering
we
on
are
the
here
market.
because of the B10.
Tell me a bit about the B10.
Well, the B10 is the car that most incorporate what I told you before, that is our brand promise. Because it was conceived since the beginning for the European market, because it was born after the joint venture with Stellantis. Okay? And this is also supporting the development of this car, okay? That has everything a customer could pretend in terms of technology, ADAS, consumption and performance, and a roominess inside that is not from the category, and you know, because you have test drive it yesterday. And it is playing in the heart of the industry segment, because the C SUV segment is in Europe by far the most important segment. So here is where we will demonstrate how our 3 pillars, or the 3 pillars that support our brand promise, are respected. The third pillar that I didn't tell you is the peace of mind. What is this peace of mind? It's giving and being close to the customer whenever they need something from us. And I'm talking about after sales, parts availability, and the professionalism of the network that, with the support of Stellantis, we can have everywhere in Europe.
Right. I was going to ask you how you can put customers who are new to the brand, their mind at rest in terms of the reliability and the quality of the car.
Well, we have reached 1 million cars deliveries already. So this is not anymore a startup in terms of reliability. Okay, our cars, and you have tested, and we are seeing it, are extremely reliable. The quality of these products is above our expectation. The perceived quality is very high, and the real quality is above the perceived quality. So we feel extremely confident about the promises in terms of quality for our car.
And one thing that has impressed me repeatedly, both in this test drive here in Spain, but also in tests like the EcoBest Challenge, where the T03 actually delivered in real life driving a better range than the WLTP claim that you make when you're selling the car, which would exceed customers' expectations rather than just reach them.
Yes, this is something that, frankly speaking, we were not also expecting, because we knew that our cars were performing extremely well in terms of consumption, but the result that gave us the EcoBest first prize last year this year in Europe for the T03 was extraordinary. Okay, the cars consume less than what is declared in the WLTP calculation, and this is extraordinary. And the same it seems to be happening with the B10, because from the experience we have until now, the car is consuming extraordinary well.
Back to Malta, you already mentioned you're doing extraordinarily well. It's rare that I attend these presentations and the Maltese team is sort of up there because they're leading the sales.
This is true. This is true. We are performing extraordinarily well in Malta. I think it is also consequence of a team that is since time zero completely dedicated and convinced about the quality of these cars and the brand promise of the cars. Everything is aligned, and since the launch we are committed and we are respecting our promises to the customer, and the job done in Malta by MotorSync organization is fantastic.
And it's nice to see so many cars on the road. Now they've become commonplace. And when I speak to customers, they're generally very, very happy.
Very happy. Oh, this is nice to hear. We are very, very satisfied, and we want to keep on. I mean,
building the relationship
and doing and breaking records in Malta
as a consequence.
Yes, absolutely.
Future plans. You had made a promise that you will put on the market one new model every 6 months, which is quite
It is a challenge. It is a challenge, and yes, this is a promise. We are respecting it, because what we are doing now was promised 2 years ago when we created the joint venture. So till now, we are respecting every single promise in terms of product launches. Now, at the IAA in Munich 1 month ago, the B05, that is a hatchback in this Leap 3.5 chassis architecture, was presented,
and that will be the next model.
Will arrive in the market in Q2 2026, and then there are 2 B segment cars arriving, 1 hatchback and 1 SUV, that are supposed to arrive following that one. Every 6 months we will have a launch.
Brilliant. Looking forward to trying all these new models.
You will be always invited and welcome to Cannes. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and good luck.